Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Leah Fleiter and Scott Rothschild from KASB. Mark is running another errand today, so he will not be joining us, but Scott and I will be reviewing for you some developments today and looking forward to next week. The primary state of Kansas issue that we wanted to update you on today is the hearing that just finished this afternoon in the House K-12 Education Budget Committee. It was a review of the Espinoza versus Montana case that was decided by the U.S. Supreme Court in July. If you don't know, that case ruled that if states are going to subsidize public education through mechanisms such as a tuition tax credit, or as we prefer to call them, vouchers, such as the mechanisms that we have in Kansas with our tuition tax credit scholarship program, that states may not exclude religious schools from participating in those voucher programs. Well, in Kansas, in contrast to Montana, religious schools have never been excluded from receiving those voucher funds. But it was a good opportunity, I believe the chair felt, to review that Supreme Court case and how it might impact Kansas's existing tuition tax credit program, which at this time allows free lunch eligible students who attend the 100 lowest performing schools as designated by the Kansas State Department of Education to take a voucher of $8,000 and use that money to attend a private school. The voucher is obtained through a scholarship fund that has been established by state law. This law allows individuals or corporations to donate to scholarship granting organizations that then turn around and give those scholarships or vouchers to the applying students. So the review today was in preparation for a hearing that will be held next week on a bill that will expand the existing tuition tax credit law. And so for some information on that, I'm going to turn it over to Scott.
Okay, thank you, Leah. Yeah, as Leah said, next week before the House K-12 Education Budget Committee is going to be an important week for all education advocates. They will hear that bill. It's House Bill 2068, and we will be putting out more. We've put out some information. We'll be putting out more information on that. KASB will be testifying in opposition to that bill. The hearing is Tuesday afternoon, and so I think if you want to write something, if you want to prepare testimony, now's the time to start working on that. The K through 12 Education Committee meets 3:30 in the afternoon. So next week, Tuesday, House Bill 2068, there will be a hearing on that bill. On Monday, the day before that, there's going to be some interesting testimony. Jim Porter, the chairman of the Kansas State Board of Education, is going to give an overview of the continuous learning plans that schools have been doing since the pandemics hit us. And there's going to be some other reporting going on, but Tuesday's a big day. That's the hearing day for House Bill 2068. Wednesday, there's a hearing on House Bill 2067, which would require the allocation of sufficient school district monies to go toward the help the performance of underachieving students. So we're going to be looking at that bill too. But as Leah noted, House Bill 2068, a big expansion of this tax credit program, and we will be opposed to it. So please contact your legislators, get your testimony together, those kinds of things.
That's right, Scott. In fact, I don't know if I mentioned that the bill, House Bill 2068, will extend the eligibility for the program from just free lunch children to free and reduced lunch students. And it also expands it from only those attending low performing elementary schools to all students in the state. So a pretty substantial expansion of that tuition tax credit scheme. Also noting, this just came in this afternoon, that the Senate Education Committee on Tuesday at 1:30 will hear essentially, I think, the same Espinoza briefing that we just heard in House K-12 Ed. So briefing today in the House, briefing on early Tuesday afternoon in the Senate, followed by a House hearing on Tuesday afternoon on tuition tax credit expansion. So clearly, as we have already mentioned to you several times in the brief Kansas legislative session of 2021, school choice is on the agenda, and there's going to be an attempt to move it along through the legislature, and we will be turning out in opposition to all of those proposals. Anything else, Scott, that we need to cover for people today?
No, I just think, I think next week things will return to as normal as they can be at this point. This has been a chaotic week because a lot of committees canceled meetings because of security concerns. And so we've been kind of hopping on to listen to audio, and then the meeting's canceled. And then so it's been kind of a chaotic week to keep up with things. But so next week will probably be a little bit more at least the schedules will be more adhered to.
Yes, so please pay attention to your KASB news briefs and follow Scott and Mark and I on Twitter, as well as the KASB Topeka Twitter account for the very latest information. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow.